Facebook just introduced its first wearable, the $300 Ray-Ban Stories, smart sunglasses with built-in cameras, speakers, and microphones. The glasses were built by Luxottica, the company that owns Ray-Ban, but the tech is powered by Facebook. If that sounds familiar, it's because Facebook is pretty late to the smart glasses game. It's been almost 5 years since Snapchat first launched its own glasses with spectacles. More recently, companies like Amazon and Bose have experimented with eyewear with Bluetooth audio and voice assistants built in. But Facebook and Snapchat have something else in common. Both companies are hoping to define the future of augmented reality, and both companies see camera-enabled sunglasses as an important step toward realizing their vision. Although Facebook is late, the company has undoubtedly benefited from both the extra time and a partnership with one of the biggest names in designer sunglasses. But honestly, I'm still not sure how I feel about these. On one hand, the glasses are impressive. Smart glasses are still a niche product, but Facebook's Ray-Ban collab feels like the first version regular people might actually want to wear. On the other hand, I'm definitely not excited about the idea of putting a Facebook-powered camera on my face. Whatever you think about Facebook though, the most striking thing about these glasses is that they pretty much look and feel exactly like a pair of Ray-Bans. Facebook's name is on the box, but not on the glasses. There's a 5-megapixel camera just above each lens, and each arm has a tiny built-in speaker for listening to music or taking calls. There's even a small touchpad with volume and playback controls. Yet even with all that crammed in, the glasses are just a little thicker and heavier than a normal pair of Wayfarers. Snapchat's spectacles, on the other hand, have always felt a little too conspicuous. The first two versions came in bright colors and looked more like toys than designer frames. Even the most recent version, the sleeker Spectacles 3, have prominent cameras that stick out from the frames. They don't look bad, but you're not going to blend into the crowd while wearing them. Another major difference is that Ray-Ban Stories have audio features built in. The speakers are small but surprisingly powerful, and they actually sound pretty good. They aren't a substitute for a pair of actual headphones, but music, calls, and podcasts all sound really clear. And it's much easier to hear ambient noise from your surroundings than it is with earbuds. There is some sound leakage if you crank the volume to the max, but as long as you stick to the middle of the volume range, people passing by won't be able to hear your murder podcast. But both Spectacles and Ray-Ban Stories are cameras first. They allow you to shoot first-person photos and videos while you're on the go and may not be able to reach for your phone. That comes with some pretty big compromises though. If you're used to high-end smartphone photos, neither Spectacles or Ray-Ban Stories will come close. While Facebook put a lot of work into video stabilization, the quality of the video itself can vary pretty drastically based on the lighting conditions. Photos are even more mediocre, though they might look fine on a heavily filtered Instagram story. One area where Snap does have an edge is how it's been able to integrate its augmented reality effects. Because of the dual cameras, Spectacles 3 are able to detect depth and capture something the company calls 3D snaps. Once you've imported your snaps into the Snapchat app, you can add 3D AR effects designed for Spectacles. These effects are similar to Snapchat's other AR lenses, but they are able to map to different parts of your videos in interesting ways. You can even export the 3D photos and videos and watch them in a VR viewer. Unfortunately, Ray-Ban Stories have no tie-ins with Facebook's AR effects. Facebook did create a separate app to use the glasses, it's called Facebook View, and it's pretty limited. It has basic editing features and some tools to stitch your clips together into video montages. But I found these effects pretty cheesy and too limited to really be useful. The other major concern is privacy. Facebook has a pretty dismal track record when it comes to user privacy. So it's understandable that a lot of people just won't be comfortable with a Facebook-powered wearable. And as much as the glasses look like a regular pair of Ray-Bans, it's impossible to ignore the fact that they are powered by Facebook. If your hands are full, you can snap photos and videos via a voice command by saying, "Hey Facebook, take a video." But I'm just not comfortable saying those words in public, and I don't think I'm alone in that. But both Snapchat Spectacles and Facebook's Ray-Ban Stories give us some important insight into how these companies are thinking about the future. Both have said that camera sunglasses are merely a pit stop on the way to glasses with actual augmented reality displays. In fact, Snapchat recently showed off an all-new pair of spectacles that do have some AR functionality. But they aren't for sale, and likely won't be for a long time. Instead, Snap is using them to inspire new forms of AR as it works toward a product it might actually be able to sell. Facebook might have even bigger ambitions. It wants to become a metaverse company, which Mark Zuckerberg has said could be a successor to the mobile internet. It might not be completely clear how AR glasses fit into that, but augmented reality is central to that vision. And while Ray-Ban Stories may not have AR features, the product will help Facebook learn when it needs to get there. For more news about VR and social media, be sure to head to the website and subscribe to Engadget.